we start off with the best of the best in state for our game of the week. Matt Reynoldson joins us live from the Kohl Center in Madison to break down De Pere's quest for an undefeated season, taking on Arrowhead. Hi, Matt.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. It is one of the best weekends of the year. At the Kohl Center, we see kind of a reunion of high school basketball players, coaches, teams from around the state, but only 5 every year get to hoist that gold ball. Today we saw 2 in Northeast Wisconsin compete to hoist that gold ball at the end of the season. Division III, Brillion took on West Salem, and of course in Division I, it was De Pere's Pursuit of Perfection taking on Arrowhead for the chance to be the first team in Wisconsin state history to go 30-0 in a season. And an incredible atmosphere at the Kohl Center as well. Let's go right to the highlights, the Division I state championship game. One more test for perfection. De Pere looking to cap off an undefeated season against Arrowhead in the state championship. First possession for De Pere, the ball goes right to the best player in the state, Johnny Kinziger. Tough too, but it was Arrowhead bringing the fight early. Jace Gilbert, finesse layup, Warhawks up 8-2. On the other end, look at this filth from Kinziger, hitting Green Bay commit Mac Recchi with a step back, drilling a 3. De Pere still fighting to get back in the lead. Will Hornseth spins to the hoop. Sweet finish off the glass. But then Recchi gets going on the offensive end. Corner 3 finds Nylon. Arrowhead back up 4. But how about this? Gabe Herman, the senior playing in his final game for the Redbirds. Back-to-back triples as Herman and De Pere take a 2-point lead into half. First possession of the second half, Redbirds get off to a scorching start. First, Johnny Kinziger pulls up for triple. Then Zach Kinziger gets all the way to the rack for a quick 5 points out of the break. Warhawks finding a response. Bennett Bassage hits the corner triple. Arrowhead back within 2 points. But how about this for a response? Hornseth, bucket, and the foul coming right into your living room. Later, vintage De Pere offense. Both Kinzigers set up Will Hornseth for a two-handed flush underneath. De Pere on fire, and the Redbirds would put this one to bed at the free throw line and pull the starters early. It's a party in Madtown. De Pere boys basketball state champions for the first time in 89 years and the first team in Wisconsin state history to finish 30-0. 69-49 is your championship final. De Pere's bringing that gold ball home.
You feel that pressure, and the only way to not feel that pressure is take it game by game. You know, this whole year we wanted to stay in the present. We wanted to go off one game at a time, and that's how we got to 30-0.
We're obviously trying to chase perfection from the start of the season, but to actually accomplish 30-0, it's something special. And, you know, it was fun out there last time playing with this group, and to finish off 30-0 at the state championship is really special for me and all of my teammates as well.
Let's take a look at the stats from the Division I state championship game between Arrowhead and De Pere. The top-ranked Redbirds coming away with a 69-49 win, led by Mr. Basketball, the best player in the state of Wisconsin and the best senior in the state of Wisconsin, John Kinziger, going for 24 points. He was on fire in the first half and on fire in the second half, the Redbirds' senior leader. His brother Zach, just a sophomore, went 10 for 10 from the free throw line, but his contribution to the scoring sheet, 19 points overall. And how about Will Hornseth? Dominating the second half of this game, the big man with 17 points and 11 rebounds for a double-double in the state championship game. And the best thing for De Pere is they get Will Hornseth for one more year. But what a party for the Redbirds tonight. Just an incredible atmosphere at the Kohl Center. We saw the student section going nuts, and really a great crowd and a great atmosphere here for the Division I state championship game. De Pere, like we mentioned, their first state championship in boys basketball since 1934. Yeah, nobody in the arena today was alive for that last state championship, but an incredible bookend to a wonderful class that had been playing together since elementary school. True homegrown talent for the Redbirds. We'll be back in a little bit at the Kohl Center to check in on the Division III state championship game between Brillion and West Salem. But for now, at the Kohl Center for High School Sports Extra, I'm Matt Reynoldson.
For more on that exciting rematch, let's head back to the Kohl Center with Matt Reynoldson.
All right, thanks, Lauren. I'm supposed to talk about the game, but I can't stop grooving a little bit to Barbara Ann. Just want to give a quick shout out to the 3 bands that were here this weekend from our area teams. Brillion, obviously our band of the week, but De Pere gave some great performances, Nina as well. All right, let's focus on the Division III state championship game. Brillion and West Salem was kind of the early headliner of the day. Division 5 and Division 4, sort of a niche audience. That Division 3 game had a lot of people coming to see it. That's because it was a battle of 2 one-loss teams, and Brillion looking to get revenge on a team that knocked them out in the state semifinals last year. The catch? West Salem can score. Nobody had held them under 60 points all season. Let's see if Brillion could do that in the Division III state championship game. Brillion looking to pay back the team that knocked it out last year, West Salem, this time in the final. Early on, Lions making a point of getting their best player involved. Jeremy Lorenz gets Brillion on the board. Then perhaps an early omen, Bennett Olson knocks down a three as the Lions start to heat up from outside. But later in the half, a quick 7-0 spurt for West Salem. Carson Kepnick knocks down the corner triple. Brillion, though, responding before half. Defense to offense, Owen Kreplin steal and fast break. Parker Brown, patience underneath pays off. Bucket and the foul to close the gap. Second half, Lorenz starts to take over. Baseline drive for the hoop and harm to give Brillion the lead. Then Caden Hawley steps out on the wing and drills a huge triple. Lions up 4 and feeling good. But another quick 7-0 run from the Panthers flipped the lead back. Peter Latos with the finish. A huge response from Brillion, though. This tough layup by Kreplin caps an 8-1 spurt. Brillion up 4. But a nervous moment here. Jeremy Lorenz picks up his 4th foul and suffers an ankle injury. Panthers smell blood in the water. Tamarion Henderson finishes the layup after the steal. But the Lions not flinching. Brown with a layup to put Brillion up 2 possessions, and Lorenz coming back in to finish it at the free throw line. The celebration is on. Brillion boys basketball state champions for the first time since 2012 with a 61-55 upset victory over West Salem.
Man, it means everything. I mean, this program the last 4 years has done a lot for me. It's been a lot of fun. It's been up and down. I mean, we didn't win many games my freshman year, but so I think going out there tonight, I knew that I wasn't going to let anything on the floor, and so that's why, like, when I went down with that ankle injury, I couldn't walk, but I knew that I was getting back out there, and so at the end of the day, I mean, it's just second nature, kind of just do whatever needs to be done.
You know, a state championship is awesome, but to be able to do it with good people and people that do things the right way, it's a family. And people use that term a lot, but to be able to spend time with these guys and be able, I've got a young son, James, who's a 6th grader, to be able to have him watch these guys and how they carry themselves is priceless.
Jeremy Lorenz, we call that the heart of a Lion. Playing on a bad ankle, still coming back to finish the game despite picking up 4 fouls. That ankle injury looked pretty tough, but the toughest make themselves stronger. 26 points, 11 rebounds for Lorenz in this game. He's headed to Wofford next year, but of course he's going home with a gold medal, as are all the Lions. An incredible win, and like we mentioned, the first team all season to hold West Salem under 60 points. The Lions pulling an upset in the Division III state championship. We'll be back here at the Kohl Center at the very end of the show to wrap things up for High School Sports Extra. But for now, at the Kohl Center, Matt Reynoldson, Local 5 Sports.
Matt Reynoldson profiles Johnny Kinziger as this week's exceptional athlete.
Congratulations to Johnny Kinziger from the Pere, Mr. Basketball.
To earn a title like this, it takes a true Renaissance man on the court. De Pere's Johnny Kinziger earned the coveted Mr. Basketball Award for the state of Wisconsin, sharing the top player honor with Pewaukee's Milan Momcilovic. But that's far from the only accolade for the Redbird senior. And even as humble as he is, Kinziger lets some of it soak in on a week like this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool just to think about, you know, in the big aspect of things, you know. These records don't come along too often, so I feel really good about these records, and I have a lot of credit to give to my teammates and my coaches. And we know that it's a big deal, but the bigger deal is what comes within the team.
The list of honors is almost too long to put in a script. Kinziger is the leading scorer in Green Bay Metro history and just the 6th Division I player ever to break the 2,000 career point mark. The Illinois State commit earned FRCC Player of the Year honors, first team All-State distinction, and has contributed to the most wins of any player in De Pere history. He's also the first Green Bay area player to win Mr. Basketball since the legendary Tony Bennett. Yeah, that national championship winning coach back in 1988.
He's been our leader. You know, a lot of it is John's competitiveness, his vocalness, his just determination to get it done. He's just kind of set the motion for our team, for our program. It's going to carry on after he's not here. But yeah, I can't say enough about how humble he is and just how he's approached not only his senior season but his entire career.
It's been awesome. You know, I've been watching him forever, just looking up to him every single time he plays, and it's fun to get to go down to Madison together. You know, and it's cool to see him set all these records.
The phrase iron sharpens iron takes on a whole new meaning when your biggest competition has the same last name. John and Zach Kinziger push each other as teammates and brothers, and a big part of John's success has come from Zach's influence.
Yeah, you know, having Zach with me at all the practices and when we're practicing our own is great for me and for him. You know, we can work on different things with him coming on defense, and there's been a lot of one-on-one battles, you know, so it's always fun, too, just being able to play your brother and be able to compete at a high level.
He's made me extremely better. I mean, we've been competing since we were really young in practices and just playing games one-on-one even and working out together. It's been fun through the years, and it's sad to see it come to an end here, but he's made me extremely a better player.
And it's not just Zach. Johnny has a penchant for making all his teammates better, and as the leader of De Pere's best team in almost a century, De Pere's Mr. Basketball will have a legacy well beyond Chicago Street.
They're going to remember him as a fantastic basketball player. They're going to remember how humble a person he was. They're going to remember how good he was in the community, interacting with the young players. Everybody's going to have a great memory of what he meant to our program.
Oh man, just the relationships and the coaches that I've met and that type of stuff. You know, I've had so much fun with this group and every group throughout my high school career, so that's probably what I'll remember the most.
All right, thanks, Lauren. As we wrap things up from the Kohl Center, I want to take this opportunity to thank you, the viewer, and our communities for sticking with us through such a special season through the fall and winter. Of course, we started in the heat of mid-August and finished on a cold, wintry night in mid-March. But in reality, it's year-round for these high school athletes, the coaches, the administrators, the officials, the parents, and everything that goes into making this state such a great one for high school athletics. Personally, I've had a blast being able to cover the stories and be there for the moments that matter, the moments that people remember for decades in these communities, and myself taking a little bit of pride in finding a way to find those extra stats, to find those extra historical figures like the first team to ever go 30-0 that make our sportscast special and make my job so much fun. So one more time, I want to thank you for tuning into High School Sports Extra this season, and of course stick with Local 5 all spring and summer for coverage of the preps, as we'll go all out, of course, for those state championships and those athlete stories that really make these sports so special. So one more time at the Kohl Center, I'm Matt Reynoldson for High School Sports Extra, and we leave you with the Gold Ball celebrations. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in August.